John Phillips was not at Saturday's press conference given by Crown Indigenous Relations Minister Mark Miller, but he is one of the lawyers who worked on behalf of the plaintiffs, and he says the agreement is unique because it allows First Nations to spend programming dollars in ways they see best.
Canada imposed the residential school policy. It developed curriculum, it imposed a teacher, it provided a school, and it pounded the language and culture and identity out of the Aboriginal children for 70 years. What we're trying to do in some small way is to reverse that by letting the band decide. Take the education example, what teacher, what curriculum, what school, and what program they want the children to be in.
The money will be placed in a not-for-profit trust independent of government. It will be used for programming built on the 4 pillars of revival and protection of Indigenous languages, revival and protection of Indigenous cultures, protection and promotion of heritage, and wellness for Indigenous communities. At Saturday's press conference in Vancouver, Minister Miller said no amount of money can ever make up for what the residential school system took away, but he hopes this is a start.
What it can do is help address the collective harm caused by Canada's past, a deeply colonial one, and the loss of language, the loss of culture, and the loss of heritage.
Also at the press conference, former Kamloops Band Chief Shane Gottfredson said residential schools wiped out Indigenous ways of governing, speaking, and doing.
That Canada's policy of attacking our language and culture for over 120 years had devastated our own system of government and laws, and seriously impacted our language. As Chief Sparrow talked about, he doesn't speak the language, and neither do I, unfortunately.
Like Miller, Phillips says no amount of financial compensation can replace what has been lost, but at the same time, the settlement agreement must be seen as significant.
The answer is it's never enough. There's never going to be enough. But is this what we can achieve practically and really to try to get some level of reconciliation and some fixed communities? Yes. The fact of the matter is the $2.8 billion is a single line item in the federal budget. It's a big deal.
The agreement will now go before the federal court for approval at the end of February. Fraser Needham, APTN National News, Ottawa.